Mrs. Wheeler, I spent more time with Mr. Wheeler than anybody else did. And if anyone is to blame for him having the stroke, then it's me. It's not Ron Connor.
You did nothing to cause Alex's stroke. I don't blame you, and I certainly don't want you to blame yourself.
Well, I'm glad you feel that way.
I do. I blame Ryan, and I'm going to find a way to prove he's responsible.
Mrs. Wheeler, I think you're wrong about that.
I'm right, Ashley. I'm sure I am.
I better be getting back to work.
Will you stop by the house soon and visit with me?
I promise. Thank you.
You are welcome, sweetheart.
Can I get you some tea, coffee?
Oh, no, thank you, Justin.
What can I do for you?
You can answer some questions for me. The night Alex died, you and Ashley were in the reception room at the hospital.
Yes, that's right.
You were waiting to see Alex.
Yes, that's right. You asked me to wait until he was feeling stronger.
Yes. And while I was talking to you, Ryan showed up and announced that he was going to talk to Alex.
That's right, but you opposed his visit. And Dr. Douglas arrived and said it was okay.
Do you have any idea how much time elapsed between the time Ryan left us to go to Alex's room and Dr. Douglas and I left you?
No, I don't. We exchanged a few words, but I don't even remember what we talked about. Why?
I wondered if Ryan had enough time in Alex's room to argue with him about the will he was going to change.
Oh. I'm not sure he did.
But Alex was alive when I left his room. He had regained his speech. His motor responses were returning. There was no indication that he would suffer another stroke.
Well, that happens without warning, Iris.
Or it happens because someone wants it to happen.
I can believe that. But no one else will without any proof. You don't have any proof, do you, Iris?
No.
Well, then there's nothing that can be done. You may as well give up now.
It's exactly what Ryan expects everyone to do. Give up. But I have no intention of giving up.
I thought you said you were going to change.
Well, I decided not to. I just feel like being lazy today.
I was thinking maybe the two of us could go down and lie out by the pool for a while this morning.
Well, Ruby, I really don't feel like making any definite plans. You know, that's part of having a lazy day.
There were a couple of great-looking guys out by the pool yesterday. I wanted to talk to them, but I didn't want to seem too forward.
You know, I have a good idea.
What?
Well, why don't you take this toast and the coffee over to Billy Joe's apartment, and I'll come over there and visit you in a minute.
Why?
Well, poor Billy Joe, he must be sitting there all by himself having his breakfast. You know, you could go over there and surprise him.
Well, poor Billy Joe left the house about an hour ago to go see some man about changing the amplification system at the coop.
Oh.
You know, that brother of mine's the most industrious man I've ever seen.
Well,
Sometimes I think he's too industrious.
Yeah, that must be what makes him such a good manager, I guess.
Well, I think a really good manager is the kind of person who can just sit back and let people come knocking on his or her door.
Well, I think, you know, Billy Joe is just beginning, but he'll get to that point one of these days.
I guess so.
So, how are you and Billy Joe getting along?
Oh, we're getting along all right. He's just starting to get on my nerves a little.
Get on your nerves how?
Oh, he's always complaining every time I try and help him.
Oh, well, how do you try and help him?
Well, you know Billy Joe. He's just about the most unorganized person on the face of this earth. But every time I try and get things a little more reorganized for him, he resents it.
Well, it's hard when two people are living together.
Billy Joe lived with Nita.
Well, that was different. They were married.
Yeah, I guess you're right. That is different.
Well, what do you plan to do?
Well, I was thinking I might move out. Give Billy Joe some breathing room.
Oh, well, where do you plan to move to?
Well, that's another reason I came over this morning. I was wondering if I could move in with you.
If you have other plans for dinner, Elliot, I understand.
No, I don't have any other plans.
Oh. Stupid of me. Dennis, of course you want to celebrate with him tonight. I understand.
I just think that I should be with him tonight. Especially after I've told him the good news. Assuming that it comes today.
I'm sure it will, and I think you should be with him.
I wish that I could ask you to join us, but I can't. I'm sorry.
No, I understand. I agree. I don't think it would be a very good idea.
I hope all of that will change soon.
Oh, I'm pretty reconciled to what's going to happen between Dennis and me.
Now, you mustn't reconcile yourself to anything, Paige. I see no reason why you and Dennis can't eventually end up as good friends.
I would like that, Elliot.
Well, then think positively about it.
At the moment, there doesn't seem to be much chance of it.
Can I take a rain check on dinner?
Sure.
Good. Some other time. I'd love it. Maybe...
I hope I'm not interrupting anything.
Hello, Dennis.
How are your friends in the file room?
They're just fine. Seems that no one there has ever seen a real live convict before, so I signed a few autographs.
I think I better go.
Oh, I'm sure Peter Parnell is anxiously awaiting your arrival at home.
Goodbye, Elliot. Dennis.
I don't believe you're acting this way, Dennis.
I was under the assumption that a condemned man could act as he behaved, as he pleased.
You're not a condemned man, and even if you were, it wouldn't give you an excuse to behave like
Dad, I am going to jail tomorrow for 5 years. 2.5 years if I behave myself.
That's not going to happen.
Oh, it is going
Dennis,
to happen,
something
Dad.
has come up, something that you don't know about.
What are you talking
And I
about?
wish now I had told you about it a lot sooner.
What are you talking about?
The district attorney was given a confession yesterday. It changes your whole status.
What?
Chris Shaw's real murderer has confessed. You didn't kill him.
No, wait a minute. I don't understand,
It
Dad.
was Joe Foster, the man who kidnapped Elena Decker, who's on the run from the police.
He said he killed Shaw?
That's right. And the DA believes him. You're going to be a free man, Dennis. A free man.